They said Kanye was insane. Remember that? The man cried on stage begging not to let Hollywood take his kids, and y'all clowned him like he was memeing. Now, his daughter's out here dressed like a mini celebrity at 10 years old, while the world calls it art.
Are you stupid or something?
Nah, this ain't art. This is programming. And Kim, she doing exactly what her mama did to her, just with better lighting and more followers. So yeah, they called him crazy. But when you start seeing the pattern, you realize he might have been the only one telling the truth.
Gotcha. Hey everybody, I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I'm not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say-so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
Bruh, you ever notice how every time a black man shows real emotion, the world hits him with the crazy label? Kanye wasn't always talking about clothes, Yeezys, or fame. He was begging to be a father in peace. He cried on stage talking about abortion, family, his daughter, and people turned it into memes.
My mom saved my life. My dad wanted to abort me. My mom saved my life. There would have been no Kanye West because my dad was too busy. Hey,
They said, oh, Ye wildin' again.
What kind? I know he's gonna wild out and he's gonna do something crazy.
They ain't see trauma, they saw entertainment. When you break down in public, they don't see a man fighting for his blood. They see clicks, headlines, hashtags. But go back, bruh. Watch those clips again. The man was warning us. He's paranoid. He's off his meds. Nah, he was seeing something most of us ignore because it's uncomfortable. He was seeing what happens when fame takes over a family, when love turns into PR, when privacy becomes currency. He knew how the system worked. He helped build it. But when it came for his kid, that genius energy turned into panic. And instead of helping him heal, the world pointed and laughed.
I couldn't resist.
They didn't just call him crazy. They used that word to silence him. That's what they always do. Take truth, label it madness, then wait for the prophecy to hit. Now fast forward, bruh, and look at Northwest today. Front row at fashion shows, fake tattoos, designer shades.
I feel like I could be Batman. Anybody could be Batman. You just gotta get the gadgets.
Posing like a pop star at 10 years old, and the internet calls it iconic.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
But nah, what I see is a child getting drafted into the industry before she even hit middle school. You see her TikToks? Dancing, lip-syncing lyrics grown folks barely should be saying. That ain't innocence, that's exposure. They say Kim's letting her express herself.
How, Sway?
Bruh, kids don't need brand expression, they need boundaries. You can't hand a child to social media like a gift to the internet gods. Once she's out there, she can't unsee what the world gonna say about her. Kanye begged, don't let her on TikTok. They laughed, said he was controlling. Now look, she's the youngest celebrity on the planet, carrying the same pressure her mama had at 25. Hollywood calls it empowerment. I call it grooming with better filters. And every clip that goes viral, that's another piece of her childhood gone for likes. That's the part people don't get. Fame don't raise kids, it consumes them. Now let's connect the dots, bruh. This ain't random, it's generational. Kris Jenner built the whole empire off exposure. She turned her family into a franchise. Kim was the main character of that story. Fame born out of scandal, then flipped into luxury. And now, the script got a sequel. Northwest, season 3 of the Kardashian legacy. Same cameras, same formula, just upgraded lighting and Gen Z marketing. They call it the family brand. I call it a conveyor belt. Each daughter gets groomed to perform, whether it's modeling, TV, or now social media. They don't raise women, they manufacture icons. And the saddest part, it started as survival.
It's different now.
Chris saw opportunity in a scandal and never looked back. But what started as hustle turned into addiction. Fame became the family religion. So when Kanye tried to step in and say, "Not my daughter," he wasn't fighting just Kim, he was fighting the system. And that system don't lose, bruh. It just rebrands. From Chris to Kim to North. Same script, new victim. Let's get one thing straight. Hollywood don't raise kids. It raises content. Kim's house ain't a home, it's a set. Lights, cameras, angles. You got stylists, brand managers, and PR advisors weighing in on a 10-year-old's creative direction. You think North gets to just be a kid? Nah.
Oh, no.
Every smile, every outfit, every word's a strategy. Kanye saw that early. That's why he snapped. That's why he tried to pull her out the algorithm. He wanted her in private school, away from the cameras, learning music, art, life, not hashtags. But when your mama's network depends on brand engagement, privacy sound like bad business. So what happens? The media gaslights the father, calls him unstable, controlling, jealous.
You're showing me how unserious you are.
But really, he was just the only one fighting for normal. Think about it. When's the last time you saw a Kardashian kid not filmed, styled, or memed? Hollywood raises them like soldiers, not for war, but for attention. And in that world, silence equals invisibility. That's why the industry never wanted Kanye to have a say, because fathers bring discipline, and discipline don't trend. Now they say North's just expressing herself. Bruh, she's 10. What's she expressing? Trauma she ain't even lived yet? They put fake tattoos on her arm, designer fits on her back, grown lyrics in her mouth, and call it freedom. Freedom ain't doing what gets clicks. Freedom saying no when the world tells you to perform. And that's what Kanye feared, that the industry would twist innocence into influence. We've seen this movie before.
We both know how that ends.
Lindsay Lohan, Britney Spears, Amanda Bynes. Every one of them started as cute and confident. Then came the chaos, mental breakdowns, rehab, identity loss. But nah, we learned nothing, huh? We just moved it to TikTok. Now they rebrand exploitation as empowerment. Let her express herself. She's just creative. It's harmless fun, but it ain't harmless when the whole world watching, judging, commenting on a child's body, moves, and style. That's not parenting. That's exposure therapy for fame. And once she grows up, it's too late to unsee, too late to unlearn. That's why Kanye fought so hard, because by the time the public wakes up, the damage already done. Go back and watch them old clips, bruh. Kanye talking about my daughter will not be on TikTok. I want to protect her from the system. They said, here he go again, off the rails. But now those same clips hit different, almost prophetic.
That's my specialty.
He wasn't just talking about fame. He was talking about the programming behind fame. The same media machine that builds you up, only to sell your downfall later. He knew it because he lived it.
He knew it.
They took his pain, remixed it, and sold it back as entertainment. Now imagine that same system studying your child's habits, analytics, and audience engagement before she even hit puberty. You think I'm wildin'? They got AI influencer kids now. Real companies making digital children for ad campaigns. So yeah, maybe Kanye wasn't crazy. Maybe he was the only one sane enough to panic. Sometimes vision look like insanity when the world blind, and that's the part folks miss. The man didn't lose his mind. He lost his patience watching history repeat itself. See, North ain't just a kid no more. She's a symbol, a reminder that the industry don't evolve, it just repackages the poison. Back then, child stars were signed by Nickelodeon or Disney. Now, they're born on TikTok. The new talent agency is your mama's Instagram page. These kids grow up learning how to pose before they learn how to pray. And the system feeds on that, because every view equals value. North is just the latest face in a cycle that never ends. A new idol for a generation addicted to likes instead of love. And the wild part? The same public that felt bad for Brittany and Amanda now pushing another little girl right into that same meat grinder. It's like Hollywood got a reset button. Soon as one breaks, they print another.
Another one.
Fresh face, new story, same trauma. They don't heal the system. They just upgrade the lighting. That's why I say this ain't about North. It's about the pattern. Hollywood don't destroy innocence overnight. It just makes sure innocence keeps signing up for auditions. Now let's talk about the war inside the palace. Kim versus Kanye. One's the queen of control, the other's the king of chaos. Kim learned to weaponize calm, image control, brand partnerships, calculated silence. Every move looks flawless, even when her life's on fire. Kanye is the opposite, loud, emotional, unpredictable. But that's why people feel him. He feels too much. It's like watching two forces of nature collide, order versus truth. Kim representing the machine, Kanye repping the soul. But in this industry, the machine always wins the first round, because Hollywood loves control. Clean, brand safe, predictable control. And a man who speaks from pain, emotion, and God, that's a liability. So they flip the script, call her strong and him unstable. But truth be told, that man wasn't unstable. He was unprotected. He lost his mom, his family, and the only piece of innocence he had left, his daughter. Meanwhile, Kim's empire kept expanding. Skims, Netflix, Met Gala, all while Kanye gets censored. That's not coincidence, bruh. That's corporate chess. They silence the prophet and crown the brand ambassador. At this point, it's not a family, it's a franchise. Every Kardashian Jenner got their own storyline, spin-off, and signature pose. They turned vulnerability into a marketing strategy. Heartbreak equals headlines. Divorce equals ratings. Even grief becomes content. And now that pattern's reaching north. You think those little TikToks are harmless? Nah, that's audience training. Teach the public to fall in love with a child's face, so when she grows up, they already hooked. That's what Chris mastered, monetizing the evolution.
Wow.
You grow up watching Kim cry on reality TV. Now you watch your daughter perform joy online. It's the same emotional formula, different generation. Private life equals lost profit in that world. So privacy becomes rebellion, not protection. That's the cost of their success. You can't sell your soul once and expect your kids to keep theirs. And if the family business is exposure, then innocence is just inventory. You know it's wild, bruh. We talk about Hollywood like it's a monster in some faraway city, but the truth is, we keep it alive. Every click, every meme, every "did you see what Kim did" post, that's blood to the system. We laughed when Kanye cried. We shared the clips when he spiraled. Then we turned around and praised North's confidence for doing exactly what he tried to stop. See how the cycle works? They sell the pain, we buy the ticket. We say protect the kids with one hand and scroll their TikToks with the other. Bruh, we the audience and the accomplice. That's why the machine never dies, because it feeds on our attention. And attention don't care if it's love or hate, as long as it's constant. It's like we forgot how to let people grow in silence. Everything gotta be recorded, branded, packaged. And Kanye's biggest sin, he tried to unplug from that matrix, and we clowned him for it. But maybe he was the only one who actually meant it when he said, "I'm fighting for my soul."
This is reality. This is the real thing going on. This is, you know what I'm saying?
Let's flip the question. What if Kanye was never crazy, just awake? Think about it. Most visionaries look insane until their warnings come true. People called Malcolm paranoid, Nipsey delusional, Ye unstable. But look around. Everything they talked about's happening. It's like he saw the world through pain-colored glasses, and pain makes you loud. The man lost his mama, his marriage, his peace, and still tried to speak truth through the chaos. We just ain't ready to hear it, because truth don't fit the brand deal. We like our prophets quiet and our scandals loud. But that's what makes Kanye different. He never hid behind image. He showed the mess, the tears, the rage, the God talk. And that's what scared people, because raw emotion don't sell clean. But one day, People gonna replay his old interviews and realize he wasn't out of his mind. He was just out of patience. They called him crazy, but maybe the crazy ones are just the ones who love too hard in a world built on pretending. At the end of the day, this story ain't about fame or drama. It's about protection. We live in a time where childhood's a brand, where innocence got an expiration date. And if we keep glorifying exposure, we gonna end up raising kids who think privacy is pain and validation is love. That's the real warning behind all this. Not cancel Kim, not praise Kanye. Nah, it's about knowing when to put the phone down and let your kids be kids. Every time a parent sells their child's moment for clout, a piece of that child stops belonging to them.
That's right! That's right!
And when that happens enough times, you stop raising humans and start building brands. So yeah, they call Kanye crazy, but if crazy means fighting for your child's soul in a world that monetizes it, then maybe we all need to be a little crazy too. Protect what's left of innocence, bruh. Cause once the lights come on, the childhood's gone forever. So maybe this whole story, it ain't even about Kanye or Kim anymore. It's about how every generation keeps trading innocence for influence. How pain becomes a business plan and privacy becomes rebellion. You see, when you let the world raise your kids, don't be surprised when they start acting like the world. And what Kanye called control was really protection. He just didn't know how to say it quiet. But let's be honest, if he stayed quiet, we wouldn't be talking about this right now. Every prophet sounds crazy in real time. It's only when the world catches up that we call it truth. So next time somebody's fighting for their peace, don't label them. Listen, and maybe, just maybe, you'll catch the warning before it turns into another Hollywood tragedy. What you think, bruh? Was Kanye really crazy, or was he just early? Drop your thoughts in the comments, cause I know this one gonna split the room. And if you vibe with this breakdown, you already know what to do. Check the next one that just popped on your screen. I'll see you on the next one. Panda out.